The record of 42-35, and every time they go another game above 500, it's a new season best. The Indians, for the first time this year, 7 games over at 42-35, and the Indians have crept a little bit closer to the Minnesota Twins, who have had such a magical season so far. But the Indians now 8 games in back of the Minnesota Twins. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Royals, they have a record of 27-51. They're in last place in the division, 23 and a half games out of first place. They, of course, very young ball club and a rebuilding ball club, and there have been some growing pains, as there normally are when you're rebuilding. But their biggest issue has not been competing. Their biggest issue has been closing out games. As they get leads, it seems like, on a nightly basis, but they're just not able to finish those games off, keep the lead, and post the win. And that can obviously be very frustrating, especially when you're a young ball club, and Ned Yost and company doing a great job of not letting these young players get discouraged. Even though they've lost a lot of ball games, they probably feel like they should have won. Well, the umpires tonight look like this. Tim Timmons is going to make the calls behind home plate. Rob Drake at first. Mike Malinsky is your second base umpire. And the crew chief is Mike Winters. He'll be down at third base tonight. Again, really no breeze to speak of. It is overcast. It's pleasant as we get ready for the start of tonight's ball game. And on the hill tonight for the Indians is the right-hander, and that is Adam Plutko. He is 27 years of age, 6'3", 215, fastball, curve, slider, and changeup. The right-handed hitting Whit Merrifield will lead it off. Plutko into the motion, and tonight's first pitch is in there, a strike, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. 78 degrees with humidity here in downtown Cleveland. The next pitch hangs inside, a curveball, 1-1 the count. Plutko facing the Royals for the first time this year and for the third time in his career. He delivers, and Merrifield bounces one to the shortstop, gobbled up by Lindor. High throw, but Santana comes down on the bag in time for out number 1. And you've got to hurry the throw because Whit Merrifield runs very, very well. And Merrifield, coming into this game, leading the American League in base hits with 98, hitting .302. Here is Nicky Lopez, one of the youngsters, who's a left-handed hitting second baseman, and with him playing second base, Whit Merrifield has moved pretty much as a full-time outfielder. Lopez, left-handed hitter, fouls one upstairs, strike 1. Plutko is 0-1 lifetime with a .675 lifetime ERA against the Royals. Plutko works in the middle of the pitching slab, and he fires, and it's swung on, sliced foul down the left side, 0-2. Mike Freeman's in left tonight. Oscar Mercado patrols center with Tyler Naquin in right. Carlos Santana at first, Jason Kipnis at second, Frankie Lindor at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and Roberto Perez behind the plate. 2-strike pitch to Lopez, and it's high, 1-2. Lopez batting .241. He has a homer. He's knocked in 6. Plutko doesn't waste much time. The Royals trying to step out, slow him down. Now the 1-2. And it's swung on and a weak fly ball to left. Freeman jogging in. He'll put it away. 2 down. Jake Bauers was originally in the starting lineup in left field, but during batting practice in the outfield, he turned his ankle. And so Bauers not able to go tonight, so Freeman gets the start in left. 2 down, no score. Alex Gordon is the hitter. Left-handed batting left fielder, having a resurgence this year in his final year of his contract. Batting .264, 10 homers, 47 RBIs. First ball swinging, and he hammers one to deep right center, but cruising over in front of the track to grab it is the right fielder, Tyler Naquin. He was good against the Tribe back in April. The right-hander will face Frankie Lindor leading it off, switch hitting shortstop batting left-handed. and the wind in the pitch, and it's a little outside, ball one. Keller's a big kid, 6'5", 250. He is 24 years of age. The next offering, and it's a little bit high, ball two, 2-0. Brad Keller features a fastball and a sinker. He'll also throw the slider and changeup. He can get it up there in the mid-90s. He fires. Lindor bounces one towards the second baseman, backhanded by Lopez, sets, throws, and got him. So Lindor is out number one. And to bring up the center fielder tonight, Oscar Mercado. Brad Keller dominated the Indians back in April when the Royals swept the Indians in a 3-game series. Those are the only meetings this year between the two clubs. Kansas City took all three back in April, and on April 12th against the Indians, as he delivers to Mercado and he fouls it upstairs. He went 6 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 run on 3 hits. He had a career-high 10 strikeouts and walked 5. He delivers, and the pitch swung on, jam job, rolled to third. Charged by Dozier, can't make the bare hand pickup. So Oscar Mercado with a swinging bunt single that went maybe 70 feet down the third base line and on the grass. Trying to make the great play was Dozier, and he couldn't come up with it. Probably it wouldn't have mattered because Mercado can really run. And a threat to steal. Mercado has 6 steals. He's been caught twice. Brad Keller now facing Carlos Santana. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Alex Gordon in left, Billy Hamilton in center, Whit Merrifield the right fielder, Chesler Cuthbert at first, Nicky Lopez at second, Humberto Arteaga is at short, Hunter Dozier at third, and Martin Maldonado the catcher. Pitch is outside a ball. Maldonado really throws well, so you better get a good jump. A little bit different lineup that Keller is facing now than the one he faced on April 12th. The set and the pitch. Swung on, bounced to first, fair ball, fielded on the grass by Cuthbert to second, 1, and Arteaga hurries the throw. No score in the second, and Adam Pletko with a first pitch strike to Hunter Dozier. Spent some time on the disabled list, but healthy now. Dozier having a pretty darn good year, starting to become the player they envision. The pitch to him, and it's outside to even the count. Dozier batting .311, a dozen homers, 38 RBIs. Adam Pletko here in inning number 2, scoreless in downtown Cleveland. Pletko, a record of 3-1, ERA .455. This is his 6th start since coming up. He fires, and it's swung on, popped up. Shallow center, Kipnis backpedaling, and the Indians' second baseman in shallow right center puts it away, 1 down. Pletko, in his 5 starts prior to tonight, has gone almost 6 innings a start. He averages 7 strikeouts and 1 walk per 9 innings. In fact, Adam Pletko has the second best command in the major leagues from anybody that's made at least 5 starts. Here is Jorge Soler, the DH, having a career year. Right-handed hitter, takes outside a ball. Boy, what a year the Dodgers' Hyun-Jin Ryu is having. I mean, he could be the Cy Young winner the way he's going in the National League. He's the only guy with fewer walks than Pletko per 9 innings. The pitch swung on and fouled back, 1-1. But Pletko doesn't even average quite 1 run, or I beg your pardon, 1 walk per 9. And Ryu averages about a half a walk per 9 innings for the Dodgers. No score, second inning, Soler's pitch to him, and it hit him. Wow. Soler got hit by a fastball in the upper arm area, it looked like, front arm. So Adam Pletko hits Soler with a pitch. Soler has already hit more home runs this year than in any season of his career. You get it in the bicep area, so he'll be fine. Soler, though, 4th in the American League with 21 homers, 5th in the American League with 53 RBIs. He's become the player the Cubs envisioned and the Royals envisioned when they traded their closer, Wade Davis, to the Cubs for Jorge Soler. How good does that trade look right now? Here's Cheslor Cuthbert. Normally we see him on the infield, but not at first. That's where he is tonight. Right-handed batter. Hits a double play ball to third. Ramirez to second one. Kipnis turns it. Okay. So Adam Plutko makes 7 pitches in the second inning after 8 in the first. And no scores. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Jason Kipnis in the cleanup spot tonight. Boy, has he been on a roll. Brad Keller, the right-hander's pitch. Kipnis jumps back from a pitch by his thighs for ball 1. Kipnis over the last 8 games is hitting .448, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. The pitch to him, and he fouls it back, and it's 1-1. Well, it's a very pleasant, little bit of humidity, but pleasant 78 degrees here at game time, and that temp is brought to you by Perfect Power Wash, perfect results guaranteed. Keller with a 1-1. Kipnis takes a strike, 1-2. Visit perfectpowerwash.com. Get your quote today. No score, second inning. Brad Keller, a league-leading 9 losses, delivers high 2-2. Keller is 3-9. That's the most losses in the American League. Earned run average, .445. He delivers, and it's swung on a bouncing ball up the middle. Base hit. Kipnis now a 7-game hitting streak. Second Indians hit. Keller in 16 previous starts, no complete games, but he goes 6 innings per start. He averages 6 strikeouts, 4 walks per 9 innings. It's a lot of ground balls with that sinker. It's also why he's only given up 6 home runs all year. Hey, go to MyPillow.com. If you click the radio listener special tab, use the promo code TRIBE, you'll get a special offer. MyPillow.com, promo code TRIBE. Jose Ramirez batting left-handed. Keller's pitch almost hit him as he spun out of there, ball 1. Ramirez hitting .211, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. Indians with 7 left-handed bats in the lineup tonight, although against Keller, numbers aren't much different whether you're left-handed or right-handed. The pitch, and it's high, ball 2. Now the numbers are awfully disparate for Ramirez, left or right. He's way better on the other side of the plate. Left-handed like he is now, just seems like he tries to do too much. Batting .181 left-handed, .271 right-handed. Keller's 2-0 pitch. Checked on a pitch that was in there, 2-1 to count. Jose Ramirez. He's had better games recently. He's just never had a hot stretch here, basically for the last 5 months. Now the 2-1. Swung on, yanked to right. There's a base hit near the line. Cutting it off in front of the track is Merrifield. He'll throw to second, head first slide, tag, double. Boy, it was close. Into third is Kipnis. A hustle double down the right field line by Ramirez. Good job by Merrifield to cut that ball off before it got to the wall in the right field corner. Strong throw to second. And a head-first slide, and Ramirez barely got in. Royals still determining what they want to do, and they decide not to challenge the call. So Jose Ramirez with his 13th double. And the Indians have something going. Second and third, nobody out, no score, second inning. And Bobby Bradley DHing tonight in his second major league game. Infield back, except at third. The pitch, and he fouls it off, strike 1. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI double in his debut yesterday. Of course, in Columbus, might have been the most feared hitter in the International League. Batting .292, 24 bombs, 55 RBIs. Now the one-strike pitch from Keller. And it's in there, a strike. Now this is where he also had trouble. Bradley strikes out a lot, every 3 at-bats on the minor league level. Trying to make sure he can put a ball in play here. No score. Indians second and third. Nobody out. Ground ball on the right side gets a run home. The pitch. Swung on, grounded foul, first base side. The only infielder that would have a play at the plate would be Dozier at third. He had been playing even with a bag. Everybody else playing back. Outfielders are medium deep, a tad toward right. Almost straight away, except in center. Bradley, big, strong, left-handed hitter. Just turned 23. Now the two-strike pitch. Inside, did it hit him? Somehow he jumped out of the way. Came near his thigh. And the count on Bobby Bradley, 1-2. Brad Keller, in his 6th career appearance against the Indians. He's 2-1 lifetime against the Tribe, but easily had his best outing ever against the Indians back in April, trying to follow that up here tonight, 2.5 months later. He's ready, and his 1-2 pitch. Check swing and a slider. Did he go? Yep. Third base ump. Mike Winters rings him up. Keller gets the strikeout of Bobby Bradley. 1 down, runners stay at second and third. Still no score. And this is catcher Roberto Perez having a career year. Batting .241, 13 homers, 30 RBIs. Well, for those of you that want a little more adventure, check out the 2019 Toyota RAV4. Most advanced safety features and a 2-year no-cost maintenance, all standard. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. First delivery to Perez, and he fouls it off right side. Strike one. Keller really got it in on his hands. Again, Kansas City playing the infield back, the outfield playing Perez the other way toward right, medium deep. Kipnis at third, Ramirez at second, 1 out, second inning, no score. Now the one-strike pitch from Keller. High, ball 1, 1-1. Keller has 1 win on the road this year. He's 1-6 on the road, and his earned run average is almost 5 on the road. It's about a run higher on the road than it is in a great pitcher's park in Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium. Now the 1-1. Swing and a foul at the plate, 1-2. Well, and Keller knows he can't afford a big inning because when he pitches, the Royals just don't score. One of the reasons he's got a league-leading 9 losses is he's getting less than 4 runs a game from a run support. So he's got to keep the Indians off the board, or at least away from a big inning. The pitch, check swing. Did he foul tip that? Because he sure looked like he swung at it. And Perez with a 1-2 count is still in there. Must have foul tipped it. He did. Kipnis at third, Ramirez at second. 1 down. Second inning, boy, with 2 strikes, Keller going after the Indians hitters with that good slider. Infield back, although at first, Cuthbert almost even with the bag. Now Keller's pitch. Swung and ripped foul down the right side. And we'll do it again at 1-2. The Indians, the best team in the American League so far this month. The Tribe at 14-6 here in the month of June. Been averaging not quite 6 runs a game, but also what's been impressive, despite the injuries, the Indians are leading the American League in pitching this month. with a team ERA of 3.42. And that's been a credit to the youngsters who have come up and just kept this Indians ball club in the playoff hunt despite no Carrasco, no Kluber, no Clevenger. Now the 1-2, down low. What a block by Maldonado. Ball kicks out in front of the plate, but nobody can advance. And the count 2-2. Tribe trying to do some damage here. Second and third, nobody out. Keller got the strikeout. Now a 2-2 count on Roberto Perez. The big right-hander. He's ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Chased a slider down and away. Boy, he went to that when he needed the out, and he's gotten it twice. Keller striking out Bradley and Perez with minutes second and third. They're still there, but now there are two men out, and the batter will be Tyler Naquin, who's hitting .267, 4 homers, and 16 RBIs. Naquin homered off Keller back in April. So the infield, normal depth. The outfield, just a tick the other way toward left for the left-handed hitting Naquin. .267 batting mark, 4 homers, 16 ribbies. The pitch, and it's in tight a ball. Back in April, the Indians lineup had Leonis Martin in it, Max Moroff, Hanley Ramirez, Brad Miller. Wow, what a change in the same season. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded sharply to first, knocked down by Cuthbert. Recovers, runs to the bag, and makes the play. Boy, what a job by Brad Keller to pitch out of it.
Where it's at WTAM 1100.
Third inning, no score, and a first pitch strike from Adam Pletko to the number 7 hitter, Humberto Arteaga. Their outstanding youngster is hurt. The pitch down and away from Pletko. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adalberto Mondesi is on the injured list, and that's a big blow for Kansas City. He's one of the really good young players in the game. The pitch swung on, rifled foul off to the right. 1-2. When he was healthy, Mondesi was batting .269, had 44 RBIs, and led the league with 27 steals. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Arteaga chased one away. Fastball that was outside, but Pletko gets his first strikeout. Here's Martin Maldonado. Right-handed hitting catcher, batting .212, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. Of course, they're also missing their perennial all-star catcher, Salvador Perez. He had to have Tommy John surgery. Got hurt in spring training. Now the wind, now the pitch. And it's low ball 1. Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or shipping through Cleveland, Global Transport is Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. The next delivery is swung on, bang toward third. To the line with the backhand is Ramirez. He's playing deep, straightens, throws, and got him. Boy, he's got a good arm. So Maldonado is out number 2, and now Billy Hamilton. Aren't many people in the game quicker than this guy. His problem has always been getting on. He's a .227 hitter, no homers, 8 RBIs, and goodness gracious, he just strikes out way too much for a guy that, man, if he would hit .250, he might steal 80 bases. Billy Hamilton. Reds gave up on him. Now the Royals. And the pitch, and he lofts a routine lazy fly to left. Freeman charging in, makes the running catch, and that's kind of what gets Billy Hamilton in trouble.
Now be heard on 106.9 FM.
And the Indians and Royals scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third. And it's the Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway inning, as we are trying to still give away that beautiful brand new Ford Mustang convertible from Liberty Ford. Mike Freeman hitting ninth, takes a called strike. Jake Bauers a late scratch for left field when he sprained his ankle, shagging in the outfield. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it's low, 1-1. Indians also fortified their bullpen tonight as they brought up Jonathan Edwards, and they sent back the youngster, Aaron Savali, who made his major league debut and got a win Saturday. The pitch fouled at the plate, 1-2. The Indians had kept Aaron Savali here in case Mike Clevenger's ankle wasn't rebounding, but Clev is going to be good to go, so he'll miss the one start, and that's it. And that's why the Indians could send Savali back, knowing Clevenger will take his next turn in the rotation. Mike Freeman hitting .267, swings and misses at the high fastball, and that is strikeout number 3 for Brad Keller. Well, tonight's contestant in the Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway inning is Bob Wiegand of Parma. So good luck to Bob Wiegand of Parma. Sign up at libertyford.com. Your chance maybe to win that Ford Mustang convertible. Second time through the order, Frankie Lindor, the Indians' shortstop, grounded out his first time up. He'll swing it left-handed. Brad Keller into the motion and the pitch, and it's in there. Well, this was a great pick by the Royals, as a couple of Decembers ago they got him in the Rule 5 draft. Pitch inside, 1-1. He was with Arizona. Cincinnati grabbed him in the Rule 5 draft, then traded him to Kansas City for money in December of 2019. That pitch waved at, 1-2. So he had to be on the ball club all last year, and well, he was on the ball club all last year and pitched well all last year. 9-6 as a rookie with a 3.08 ERA last year. Spent half the time in the rotation, half the time in the bullpen. The 1-2 got him swinging. So Lindor is strikeout victim number 4, and Keller is getting better. 2 down, nobody on base, no score here in inning number 3. Lyft has thousands of friendly qualified drivers that know the city, and they'll get you to and from the ballgame worry-free. No matter where you're going, there's a Lyft waiting to take you there. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the third, no score from downtown Cleveland. Rain has stayed away, ominous clouds overhead, but we're good to go. The pitch to Mercado, and it's in the dirt, ball 1. Keller is out of Flowery Branch, Atlanta suburb on the northeast side of Atlanta. The Atlanta Falcons practice facility is there. The pitch, Mercado laces one to deep right field. Jumping up before he got to the track is Merrifield. Boy, he took a good route on.
Indians and Royals, no score as we hit the 4th inning here in downtown Cleveland. And Adam Pletko goes back to work, and his first pitch is down low to Whit Merrifield. Pletko faced the minimum, allowed 1 base runner. That was in the 2nd inning, a hit batsman, Jorge Soler. That's been it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to deep left field, way back there. Freeman looking up, but this one bangs off the top of the wall, and it's gone. Whit Merrifield snaps the scoreless tie with his 11th home run on the season. It's 1-0 Kansas City. Yeah, Pletko will allow the home run on occasion. On the season now, Pletko's allowed 10 home runs in this his 30th inning. And that time it just made it above the 19-foot high wall and left. For home run number 11 for Merrifield. Man, he's a good player. Nicky Lopez, the batter. Lopez takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. So 1-0 KC here in the 4th inning. Lopez, rookie second baseman, the pitch to him. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. quickly. It is 0-2 on Lopez. Lopez came in batting .241. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball high and outside. 1-2 the count on Lopez, who's playing in his 36th game tonight. And we will have some occasional rain tonight. Looks like some's coming down right now as the pitch is fouled back to the screen by Lopez. Count remains 1-2. The grounds crew is behind the tarp at the ready if needed down that left field line. But right now the rain fairly light. Here's the pitch. And it's called strike 3 on the outside corner. Second strikeout recorded by Pletko. Alex Gordon's the batter. He flied to right his first time up. Time for the Cleveland Clinic Caregivers Shout Out, and early registration is now open for Cleveland Clinic's 2019 Celebrate Sisterhood Multicultural Women's Health and Wellness Summit. It's October 26th from 8:30 to 2:30, and to learn more, go to clevelandclinic.org. The pitch to Gordon is on the outside corner for a strike. 1-0, Royals in front on the Merrifield home run this inning. The 0-1. Low and in, and he could not check his swing on a slider that time from Pletko. The count is 0-2 on Gordon. Having a nice bounce back year this year. The 0-2. Just a bit outside, 1-2. Gordon, a longtime mainstay for the Royals, who has a decision to make at the end of this season. Number one, does he want to keep playing as his contract is up? Here's the 1-2. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Pletko's come back from the home run and struck out the next 2. 2 gone in the inning. And it brings up Hunter Dozier. That's our strikeout of the game, brought to you by Ohio Cat, your authorized Caterpillar equipment dealer. Check them out at ohiocat.com for all of your new, used, and rental equipment needs. Dozier popped to second his first time up. Pletko delivers, and there's a line drive to shallow center coming on Mercado, and he makes
Traffic updated on the 10 mornings and afternoons on WTAM 1100.
Yeah, welcome back to Progressive Field, where 3.5 innings in, the Royals lead at 1-0, and unfortunately, we have a rain delay as the rain picked up, and hard enough where they felt in the best interest of playing later, they should cover it now. So the tarp is down, and with the Royals leading 1-0, we'll take a break and send it back to your affiliate stations for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back with an update, and hopefully some good news for you then. But right now, steady rain falling, the tarp is down, and we are in a delay in the middle of the fourth, leading Boston at Fenway 5-4 in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Over in the National League, the Phillies are hammering the Mets by a score of 13-6 in the top half of the 9th inning. Top of the 6th in Chicago, Cubs over Atlanta 7-2. Dodgers and Diamondbacks tied at 3 in the bottom of the 2nd in Phoenix, and they're underway in San Francisco, top half of the 1st inning. No score with Colorado in town. Yeah, the Royals have taken the field here in preparation for the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Brian Flynn, the veteran left-hander, is on the hill. He got a late start to his season due to an elbow sprain during spring training, so this is only his 5th appearance, but he has thrown well out of the pen with a record of 1-0 and an earned run average of 1.32, a dozen strikeouts over 13 2/3 innings for Flynn, the left-hander out of Tulsa. Big guy, goes 6'8", about 245. And again, he is on here to pick things up in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tribe came in with a 3-game win streak over the weekend against the Tigers, a season's best 7 games over the 500 mark at 42-35. Just 8 games back of front-running Minnesota now. Kansas City at the bottom of the division at 27-51. They are 23.5 games back of the first-place Twins. Carlos Santana to lead things off here in the 4th inning. Amazingly, a fair amount of folks have have hung around for this one, as we will get started a little bit after 10:15 here with the resumption of play as Santana, who bounced into a double play his first time up, steps in. Switch hitter stands in from the right side.
That's a 2 hour and 23 minute.
Flynn delivers, and we're back to action here with a ball outside from Flynn. 2 hours and 23 minutes, the rain delay here tonight in downtown Cleveland. Flynn works from the stretch. Here's his 1-0, and it's a fastball in there for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. Flynn with fastball, slider, and he'll sink that fastball. And he has given the Royals some length already in limited time. Here's the pitch, and it is down low for a ball. The count is now 2-1 on Carlos Santana. He pitched 4 innings last Wednesday in Seattle. That was his last time out, allowed just 1 hit. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, line drive down the left field line, and it's a fair ball into the corner. Santana rounds first. He's on his way to second, and he'll be in without a throw. Carlos Santana gets it started quickly for the Tribe here in the fourth. For Santana, double number 15 on the season. Knocked it into the left field corner. And the Tribe with a leadoff base runner. 19 straight games now Carlos Santana has reached safely via a walk hit. And his on-base percentage still over 400 on the season. Here's Jason Kipnis. Kipnis extended his hit streak to 7 games. His first time up with a single. That was in the second inning. Here's the pitch from Flynn. Fastball missed outside and high for ball 1. Home plate umpire Tim Timmons. Rob Drake at first, Mike McGlinskey at second, and Mike Winters, the umpire, at third. Again, Brad Keller started, went the first 3. Allowed 3 hits, but no runs. Got through with only 40 pitches. Both pitchers, the starters, Pletko and Keller, were terrific tonight and economical. Here's the 1-0. Kipnis takes a strike on the outside corner, and that'll square the count at 1-1. Left on left here, and again, Flynn at 6'8". Not the easiest to face for the left-handed batters. Here's his pitch. And it missed outside. The count's now 2-1 on Jason Kipnis. Jose Ramirez waits on deck. And the rookie Bobby Bradley. Flynn with the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play off to the left. And it's now 2-2 on Kipnis. You know, don't forget, voting still going on for this year's All-Star game, and it's the Google MLB All-Stars starters election, which begins on Wednesday. Carlos Santana, one of the candidates in there, and you can vote for him and others at MLB.com/vote or search MLB Vote on Google. The 2-2. Breaking ball down low, 3-2 the count on Kipnis. And again, that starters vote starts on Wednesday, and you only have 28 hours to vote. Kipnis has worked the count full with Santana at second base, just back to play after a 2 hour and 23-minute rain delay. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good off speed by Flynn. He had Kipnis out front. 1 away here in the 4th inning. Brings up Jose Ramirez. Ramirez doubled his first time up into that right field corner. Switch hitter stands in from the right side now. Get you our injury report presented by Elk & Elk this half inning. If you have an auto accident or medical malpractice caused you injury, give them a call at 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's Flynn's pitch, and it's swung on line down the left field line. Fair ball. Into the corner it goes. That'll score Santana with the tying run. Into second with an RBI double is Ramirez. And the Indians have tied this game at 1. Yeah, back-to-back doubles for Ramirez tonight. One from each side of the plate. Now with 14 doubles on the season and 30 runs driven in. And slowly but surely, he has shown some more positive signs at the plate. Ramirez has. Not that big hot stretch yet, but who knows? Maybe it's coming, as he's had a good one going here tonight. Now Bobby Bradley, left on left. Struck out first time up, and Flynn steps off. Now Bradley at AAA Columbus this season was hitting the lefties just fine, over 300. And we saw him face a lefty and pick up his first base hit against a left-hander on yesterday's game, Daniel Norris of the Tigers. Here's the pitch to him. Breaking ball, just missed outside and low. 1-0 the count on Bradley. Fun visit with Bobby Bradley on the warm-up show tonight, and still beaming from a great day in his baseball career yesterday. Here's the 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0. And obviously a lot goes into getting to the major leagues, and he took a pretty good step forward in his time at Columbus over the first 2.5 months of the season. And he said obviously better preparation helped, but also the willingness to start going the other way and hitting the ball where it's pitched a little bit more as the season went along. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, looped foul and out of play. It's into the upper deck on the left side. 2-1 the count on Bradley. 1-1 ball game. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Glad you could stay with us or maybe rejoin us tonight from downtown Cleveland here at Progressive Field. Here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball down low. Good stop on a pitch in the dirt by Martin Maldonado. Very good defensive catcher that the Royals signed late after they lost Salvador Perez for the season due to Tommy John surgery. Their multi-time All-Star. Ramirez out at second base with one away. The 3-1 to Bradley. Down low, ball 4. Bradley walks. And with one down, it's now runners at first and second for the Tribe. And Roberto Perez will be the batter. So a pair of doubles, a strikeout, and a walk to the first 4 hitters faced by Brian Flynn. And now Perez will step in. Roberto Perez struck out his first time up. Came in with the career best 13 home runs. And he's driven in 30, looking for more right here. Well, like so many of his teammates, the month of June has been tremendous for Perez. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Roberto Perez this month hitting .304, coming in with 6 of those 13 home runs. And it's been such a big key for the Indians. The offense really cranking here in the month of June, averaging 6 runs a game. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just missed outside, and it's 1-1. Indians winners of 8 of their last 10, 13 of their last 18. Trying to grab the lead for the first time tonight. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off at home plate. And now it's 1-2. Don't forget, you can save 25% off your next Papa John's online order when you use the promo code TRIBEWIN the day after every Indians win. Indians 1 run on 5 base hits. Royals 1 run on 1 hit. Both teams playing errorless baseball. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Flynn already making his 20th pitch. Long set, and time is called. Perez steps out. And we will try again on 1-2 to Roberto Perez. Brian Flynn a year ago, 48 games for Kansas City. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a hard-breaking pitch low and in. Good slider that time from Flynn. That's his second strikeout. 2 down in the inning. And here comes Tyler Naquin. Naquin grounded to first his first time up. Now this series continues tomorrow night at 7:10 and Wednesday afternoon at 1:10. And 10,000 fans at each game receive an All-Star Game tote bag courtesy of MLB Network. So grab your tickets for the Indians and Royals this week at Indians.com or use the ballpark app. Here's Naquin. Left-handed batter facing the left-hander Flynn. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, ground ball up the middle, but with the shift on, good positioning by the shortstop, Arteaga, and he steps on the bag for the force. The side is retired. But the Indians tie it.
There tomorrow at 3 on WTAM 1100. See?
Now the new pitcher for the Indians to start the fifth is A.J. Cole, the right-hander. He comes on in a 1-1 ball game. Adam Bletko was terrific. He worked 4 innings, allowed just 1 hit, the home run to Merrifield last inning, and only needed 34 pitches to make it through 4 innings. Didn't walk anyone, struck out 3, and he turns it over to A.J. Cole, the 27-year-old out of the Orlando area. Cole is on for the 15th time out of the pen, 2-1, an earned run average of 3.77. Jorge Soler to lead it off against him. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Soler was hit by a pitch his first time up, having a career year with 21 home runs and 53 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ripped on the ground. 1 hop to the shortstop. Lindor gloves it, throws on to first in time for the out. 2 pitches, 1 down. The Royals, they have been aggressive at the plate tonight so far. And there's a quick out here in the 5th inning as Cheslor Cuthbert steps in. Tire Pros of Ohio is making game day travel a little more exciting. Check in when you attend a Tribe game this summer and you could win a free Tire Pros gift card or tickets to a future game. Here's the pitch. Up and in, ball 1. Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. Check them out at OhioTirePros.com. Cuthbert bounced into a double play first time up back in the 2nd inning. Cole's pitch, and it is down low for a ball. 2-0 the count. Indians and Royals tied at 1, top half of the 5th inning. Now the 2-0 pitch. And that's waved at and missed. Good slider that time from A.J. Cole. Just the lightest of breezes, barely blowing out to right center. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike 2 called, and that'll even the count. 2-2 on Jorge Soler. Facing A.J. Cole, who last worked in Texas last Thursday. Here's the 2-2. Low and outside for ball 3. 3-2. Cole pitched in the finale of that series against the Rangers Thursday afternoon. Here comes his payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4. Cuthbert draws a walk. And it's a 1-out base runner for Kansas City here in the 5th.
Batting now, number 2, Humberto Arteaga.
Humberto Arteaga will step in. Just up to play shortstop with the injury to Adalberto Mondesi, a groin injury. Ned Yost was saying before the game, though, he didn't think that it would be a long-standing injury. He's on the 10-day IL. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. The count is 0-1 on Arteaga. Well, that's a big loss, as Mondesi, one of the exciting younger players for the Royals. So he's out with a groin injury. And, of course, Salvador Perez, out with Tommy John surgery. The 0-1 swung on, lifted foul, and out of play off to the right. And it's 0-2 on Arteaga. So Arteaga, who is in his 9th year in the Royals organization, finally makes his major league debut. Signed at the age of 16 out of Venezuela. Right-handed batter. The set and the 0-2. Swung on, looped foul down the right side. Out of play, lower stands that time. So we'll do it again on 0-2 to Arteaga. First time up, he struck out. One of the 3 strikeouts tonight for Adam Plutko. Boy, you wonder what could have been if no rain. Again, 34 pitches for Plutko in 4 innings. Remarkable in terms of just breezing through as there's a swing and a bouncing ball in front of home plate. Chop there, picked up by Perez, throws on to first in time for the out. Moving up to second is Cuthbert, but now there's 2 down. Just a swinging bunt, and Perez made the play on to first easily. Martin Maldonado, the batter, in this 1-1 ball game, top half of the 5th inning. Time for your Cleveland Indians memorable moment. It's brought to you by the Nissan team, Bedford Nissan and Mentor Nissan. This date back in 1998, a big one offensively for the Indians. 7 runs in the first. A Manny Ramirez grand slam and a Travis Fryman 3-run home run. Tribe beat the Cardinals 14-3. Here's the pitch, and Maldonado takes a strike at the knees on the inside corner. Slider that time to start him off by A.J. Cole. Well, Cole can give the Indians a little bit of length of the relievers in that pen. Certainly a multiple inning pitcher if it goes well. The right-hander sets. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss. Stayed with the breaking ball that time, and it's 0-2 on Maldonado. Maldonado came in hitting .212, bounced to third his first time up. Cuthbert, the base runner, at second in a 1-1 game. 2 down in the inning, top half of the 5th. Now the 0-2. Down low and outside, 1-2 the count. Cole staying with that slider to try and get him to chase. Outfield shading Maldonado off to the opposite field. Pretty big gap in left center. Some room down the left field line. Infield just about straight up. Now the 1-2. Down low. Good stop on a pitch in the dirt by Roberto Perez. 2-2 the count on Maldonado, the veteran catcher. Long time with the Brewers. And then good seasons with the Angels. And now here he is with Kansas City. Up there now with 2 down in the inning. Go-ahead run at second base. Cole has the sign from Perez, and now he delivers. Swung on, there's a tapper back to the mound, grabbed by Cole. Spins, throws to first in time for the out, and the side is retired. Indians and Royals tied at 1. Mike Freeman will lead things off for the Tribe. He's their number 9 hitter and was not going to play tonight. But Jake Bowers, during batting practice, turned an ankle, and he could not go, so Freeman inserted late in left field. He struck out his first time up. That was in the 3rd inning, facing left-hander Brian Flynn to get things started here in the 5th. Here's the pitch from Flynn. Breaking ball catches the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Left on left here. Freeman has done a nice job in a utility role for the Tribe. Came in batting .267. Yeah. Here's the pitch, and he showed bunt, pulled the bat back. Now it's 1-1 on Freeman. Late start to his season. He had a knee issue that laid him up much of spring training. He was at spring training, but just couldn't play much and show what he could do. Here's the 1-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count on Freeman. But it didn't take him long to join the Indians. He was called up from AAA Columbus on April 16th. Here's the 1-2. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Freeman down on strikes. One away here in the 5th. Top of the lineup, Francisco Lindor will step in. Lindor 0 for 2. He has bounced to second and struck out. First time in a while that Lindor has slowed down a little bit. He did have 2 hits yesterday. Have been red hot for quite some time. Switch hitter, right side, pitch to him, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Big cut that time by Lindor. Oscar Mercado moves into the on-deck circle for the Tribe. Outfield plays Lindor straight away. Infield pretty much the same, slightly to pull. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it, Lopez over to first in time for the out. And that's 2 quick outs for the Indians here in the 5th. Dominion Energy would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Simply dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. Here's Mercado. Reached on an infield single his first time up, then lined to right last time in the 3rd inning. 2 down, bases empty. Tribe and Royals tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Mercado shows bunt and pushes the bunt foul and out of play. Off to the first base side. So 0-1 on Mercado, who continues to sizzle at the plate. I mean, it's an extended stretch now. Last 17 games coming in, hitting at a .353 clip. Here comes the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Did not make his major league debut till May 14th. And you say that because as well as he's played, seems like he's been here all year, but started his season at AAA Columbus, got off to a good start. Here's the 1-1. Down low. 2-1 the count on Mercado. Outfield plays Mercado off to the opposite field. The center fielder Hamilton shaded over to right center. Now Mercado steps off as Flynn steps off the rubber. Brian Flynn on his 3rd organization, but now the past 4 seasons in the big leagues with Kansas City. The 2-1. Swung on, popped up, foul off to the right, and out of play. So 2-2 on Mercado, with 2 down and the base is empty here in the 5th. Both teams scored single runs in the 4th inning. Whit Merrifield with a home run in the top of the 4th. Then the rain delay. Indians came right out of the delay and on a Jose Ramirez RBI double tied it in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next pitch down low, and the count runs full. 3-2 on Mercado with Carlos Santana waiting on deck. Flynn looks in. Now the left-hander sets at the letters. His payoff pitch. Swung on, blasted foul out of play. Upper deck on the right side. We'll do it again on 3-2 to Mercado. Mercado getting a lot of firsts out of the way quickly in his first 2 months of his major league career, including a walk-off single against the Reds on the last homestand. 10th inning single that won a ball game. The 3-2 swung on and chopped foul at home plate, and he stays alive again. And this is what we've seen most of the time from Mercado. Good at-bats, giving himself a chance to have success. Spoils some good pitches to stay alive. Flynn trying to put him away, but this will be his 8th pitch in this at-bat. The 3-2 swung on, and there's a high fly ball to center. Easy play for Billy Hamilton. He's under it, and he makes the catch to retire the side in order. We head to the 6th. It's the Tribe 1 and the Royals.
Where it's at.
At WTAM 1100.
1-1 game, 6th inning, and Billy Hamilton shows bunt, takes a strike. We are 2 hours and 23 minutes through a rain delay, and now just in inning number 6 as A.J. Cole delivers on the outside corner, strike 2. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you. Indians, 1 run, 5 hits. Royals, 1 run, 1 hit. The windup by Cole in his second inning of relief work, and he waves at it, does Billy Hamilton. Breaking ball away, and he just chased a pitch that was easily out of the strike zone. Starter Adam Plutko was outstanding tonight as he went 4 terrific innings. He gave up the 1 run on the 1 hit, struck out 3, hit a batter. The only Royals run came on Whit Merrifield, solo homer to left in the 4th. This is Merrifield now, the leadoff hitter and right fielder, 1 for 2. He fouls it upstairs, strike 1. Brad Keller started, went 3 innings, and shut out the Indians on 3 hits, struck out 4. Brian Flynn has worked 2 innings in relief and gave up the run in the 4th on the doubles by Carlos Santana and Jose Ramirez. Pitch outside, 1-1. Neither starter came back, not when you have almost a 2.5-hour rain delay. So this game will be won or lost by the bullpens. The 1-1 pitch, and it's at the knees, a strike, 1-2. That's your Northern Ohio Ford dealers game summary, and Ford is America's best-selling brand. Now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, a ball on a fastball, 2-2. Minnesota has the day off, so the Indians can pick up a half game with a win. The pitch swung on a little looping liner into left, base hit. So Whit Merrifield with 100 hits, tops in the American League. So he is well on his way to another 200-hit season, and Terry Francona is well on his way to another pitching change. Brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic. 1-1 in the season. He's 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA. Game tied at 1, 6th inning, 1 out, 1 on. Right-hander Tyler Clippard up in the Indians' pen. Olson's got a chance now to face back-to-back left-handed hitters. So A.J. Cole went an inning and a third, giving up a base hit, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Olson has not fared well against left-handed hitters. They're batting .294. Left on left. Nicky Lopez, the batter, has flied out, struck out. He's in the 2-hole, playing at second base. Out of Creighton University, Olson's ready, and the pitch to Lopez, and it's in there. Lopez, 3 years at Creighton, which is located in Omaha. And Creighton plays their college baseball home games at the College World Series Park in downtown Omaha. Now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, a ball, 1-1. He was a 5th-round pick by Kansas City 3 years ago. Olson's next offering. Swing and a miss. Good curveball, 1-2. Lopez is in his 4th pro season. Been a .291 hitter in the minor leagues. Considered the Royals' 5th best prospect when the season began. Now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again at 1-2. Game tied at 1. Now the set and the pitch. Backed him away with a curveball that almost hit him. 2-2. Lopez is an Illinois native. Hits in the front of the batter's box, square stance, the pitch to him. Swings and bounces it outside of first. Foul ball. Still a 2-2 count. Game tied 1-1, sixth inning. A runner at first with one out. The Indians and Royals play tomorrow night, and then a day game on Wednesday. And then the Indians on their upcoming road trip, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. Snap throw to first, and he almost threw it away. Lunging over the diving base runner was Santana to save Olsen. Indians have only played 3 times against the Royals, so if you include tonight, 16 more meetings between these two clubs. Now the 2-2. Swung on, fouled him back of the plate, still 2-2. These two ball clubs represented the American League in the World Series for 3 consecutive years, 14, 15, and 16. Again, the set and the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball, fairly deep center. Drifting back, Mercado grabbing it. And strong throw to second on the fly. If Merrifield thought about tagging, he wisely went back. 2 down. The thing about the Indians and the Royals, it doesn't happen often, but they represented the American League in the World Series 3 straight years from the same division, and in all 3 years, there's the set by the left-hander and the pitch swung on, fouled back. Probably never were the favorite to get to the Fall Classic. Kansas City, after losing in 7 games in 14, a lot of people still didn't believe that they could do it again in 15, and they did, and then wiped out the Mets. The pitch outside, a ball to Gordon. 1-1. Gordon, a key figure on those tremendous Kansas City clubs. He's kind of the last of the Mohicans, though. Kane and Moustakas and Hosmer and Escobar and company, they're all gone. Now the 1-1 from Tyler Olson. And it's a little bit low, ball 2-1. And will Alex Gordon be gone after this year? His contract is up. Nobody seems to know for sure if he wants to play another year. If he plays next year, will play at the age of 36. Now the toss to first, and back standing is Merrifield. Indians and Royals tied at 1. Royals batting in the 6th inning with a runner at first and 2 down. Had nearly a 2.5-hour rain delay tonight. Indians have 3 on the right side of the infield for the Lincoln, Nebraska native, and Gordon fouling it back in the count 2-2. Gordon grew up and still lives in Lincoln and played his college baseball in Lincoln at Nebraska. And another great Cornhusker, Darren Erstedt, had come back to become the head baseball coach at Nebraska, but he resigned at the end of this last college baseball season. 2-2, swung on, fouled upstairs, will do it again at 2-2. Nebraska has not been the power they once were in college baseball. A lot of people thought when they went to the Big Ten they would start mopping up. Well, Michigan is now one win away from the national championship in college baseball. They hammered Vanderbilt in game 1 tonight in the best of 3. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good curveball, got him. And a good job by Tyler Olson as he's...
Can now be heard on 106.9 FM.
Let's pause for station ID on the Cleveland Clinic, Cleveland Indians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland.
And WODC HD2 Asheville.
Home of the Indians.
Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Stephanie Hagel, Brian Matze with you. It's turned out to be a beautiful night after 2.5 hours of rain. Game tied 1-1, bottom of the 6th. Carlos Santana batting right-handed. Bounces the first pitch to the second baseman. Lopez with a shoulder-high bounce, grabbed it and threw him out. Santana tonight 1 for 3, doubled and scored. The Indians only run in the 4th. Third inning of relief work for Brian Flynn, who's given up the 1 run. Jason Kipnis 1 for 2 with a single, now a 7-game hitting streak. Power Home Solar is the official solar provider of the Indians, and it's building a movement. Visit powerhome.com or text solar 411-411. Power Home Solar, own your power. Now the set by the lefty and the pitch and a breaking ball, and it's a little outside, ball 1. Brian Flynn played at Wichita State University. Now their head coach, Eric Wedge. The pitch, and it bounces in there, ball 2, 2-0. Flynn was originally drafted by Detroit, traded to Miami, then traded to Kansas City. Flag's not moving at all. The pitch, Kipnis, another weak ground ball to the second baseman. Lopez throws him out. Now Jose Ramirez, who's doubled from each side of the plate tonight. Left-handed, pulled it down the right field line. Right-handed, yanked it down the left field line and drove in the Indians' only run. Boy, that's big to see Ramirez starting to hit doubles, because it's not about home runs with Jose. It's always been about the extra base hits. He had 56 doubles 2 years ago. Ramirez taking a strike. Jose now 14. Game tied at 1, 2 down in the Indians' 6th. Bases are empty. Outfielders spread out. The pitch. And he went off speed and missed low. 1-1 the count. Flynn's next pitch, and Ramirez taking fastball outside, ball 2, 2-1. Now, the Indians and Royals, when they were in their World Series years, both had one common denominator: the deepest and most dominant bullpens in the game. The next pitch, foul down the right side, club seats, and the count 2-2. Indians bullpen doesn't have the power arms that it had back then, but they're still ranked number 1 in the major leagues in bullpen earned run average. Kansas City's had trouble, and that's why they keep losing leads and losing games. The pitch, swung on, fouled it upstairs, 2-2 the count. But the Royals aren't ready to be a playoff or winning team. They're not trying to lose, but you're not going to spend money on your bullpen right now when you're still developing the young starting pitching, your young position players. Now the set, now the 2-2. Down and in, didn't miss by much, but it missed, full count. Flynn is ready, and his payoff pitch. inside and all the way to the backstop, and Ramirez went face forward into the dirt trying to avoid getting hit. So he's walked to go with the 2 doubles. And the Indians have a 2-out base runner in a 1-1 game in the 6th. And Bobby Bradley, the batter, has struck out and walked. Left on left. Bobby Bradley out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Cajun country down there. Ryan Flynn's ready. And a toss to first. High throw. Grabbed by Cuthbert. Ramirez is third in the league with 18 steals. Outfielders spread out again for Bradley. Flynn goes to first again. He doesn't have much of a move. Game tied 1-1. Runner at first is Ramirez with 2 down in the 6th. Now the pitch. Outside a ball. Tito was saying in his office tonight before the pregame show was taped that he spent about a half an hour with Bobby Bradley in his office. He said, look, Bobby, are you okay with us dissecting your game? You may not always like what you hear. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And Bobby Bradley said, have at it. I am here to get better, to learn, and you don't have to worry about hurting my feelings. Now, they would have been giving him advice and teaching him no matter what. But Tito says you always want to get a feel for how the player is going to handle it, what he thinks about it. Tells you a lot about the player. Now the set. And time called. Said a lot of guys tell you they want to get advice and then they don't listen, or they get their feelings hurt if you criticize something they're doing. And he said that's not Bobby Bradley. Bradley just wants to keep getting better and better, and that's been a part of his game the last few years. He takes on the outside corner strike, 1-2. A couple of years ago, he got the message that if he wanted to be a big leaguer, he had to start realizing defense was as important as his bat. And he's really worked hard to make himself a decent first baseman. Now he's working hard to study hitting and pitching. And that's all part of that maturation process, but he still has a lot to learn. And as Tito said, all young players do. Game speeds up here. They're seeing things that they didn't see down below. The guys they're playing against are not only better, but they're smarter. They have more experience and have ways to beat you with their head. The pitch. Swung on, ripped to right center. Base hit. It'll scoot to the warning track. Stopped by Merrifield, but around third, coming home Ramirez, and it's a double. Bobby Bradley, with an RBI double to right center, has put the Indians on top, 2-1. And he's come through again against a tough left-hander. So Bobby Bradley has his second major league hit. They've both been doubles, and they've both been RBI doubles. And this one, a clutch 2-out RBI double to right center to give the Indians a 2-1 lead here in the 6th. And out to the mound is the catcher, Martin Maldonado. So Bobby Bradley has played in 2 games up here and has already had an impact on this Indians ball club and has had big-time hits. That RBI double to get it going yesterday, and the RBI double here tonight in the 6th inning, and the Indians with a 2-1 lead. And now Roberto Perez to the plate. Perez has struck out twice. Indians with a 2-1 lead. A look at Bradley, the pitch, and it's outside, a ball. So the Indians have 2 runs on 6 hits. And of their 6 hits, the Indians have banged out 4 doubles. That next pitch swung on, fouled back, and the count 1-1 on Perez. Looks like Tyler Clippard is going to come on and pitch for the Indians when the Indians take the field defensively in the 7th. Flynn is ready. Here it comes. And it's down and in. Missed with a breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Cleveland 2, Kansas City 1. 6th inning. Bradley at second with 2 down. Now the pitch. Down low, 3-1. Flynn has made 54 pitches in relief. Now he's a guy that can be a starter. So he's used to being stretched out. Now the pitch. And it just did catch the inside corner, a strike, full count. Kansas City gets activity in its bullpen. They get the right-hander up throwing, Jorge Lopez. Indians with a 2-1 lead. Runner at second, 2 down in the 6th. The pitch. Swung on, grounded sharply to first, handled by Cuthbert. He'll go to the bag himself and get Perez. Now the Indians will now turn it over to the right-hander, Tyler Clippard. It's a 2-1 ball game. Tribe on top. The 6 inning totals: Cleveland 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 5 left. Kansas City 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men stranded. Clippard, fastball, splitter, changeup. Cleanup hitter Hunter Dozier takes one in the dirt, ball 1. Clippard is making his 21st appearance. No decisions, a 3.05 ERA. Averages a little more than a strikeout per inning, even though he only throws about 90 miles per hour. The pitch. Inside, it misses, 2-0. Adam Pletko went 4 dominant innings, giving up 1 run on 1 hit. The only reason he didn't go longer was the nearly 2.5-hour rain delay. A.J. Cole an inning and a third of scoreless relief, and Tyler Olson 2/3 of a scoreless inning. The pitch swung on, bang to third. Backed up is Ramirez. He'll backhand it, gun it, and get him. Boy, I'll tell you what, there aren't many guys in the game with a better throwing arm on anyone's infield than Jose Ramirez. And it is so true. A lot of guys can throw hard, but you don't want to sit behind first base if you're in the seats. Not Ramirez. He is strong and accurate. Here is Jorge Soler, hit by a pitch and grounded out. Clippard into the windup, and the right-hander delivers to the dangerous Soler, who looks at a called strike. This is Kansas City's most dangerous hitter now. Well, this guy is 4th in the league in homers, 5th in the league in runs batted in. His 21 home runs already a career high. Now the 0-1. Swung on, popped him up. This may stay playable by the Royals dugout. The catcher, Perez, makes the catch. Good job by the Indians catcher, Roberto Perez, to get Soler, and that's a huge out. Second in the inning, Indians up 2-1, And Chesler Cuthbert, the batter, has grounded out and walked. And the New York Yankees outlasted Toronto tonight. Yankees led 10-2, and they won 10-8. They have a 5-game lead over Tampa. It was Boston holding off the Chicago White Sox and then winning in a walk-off 6-5. The Red Sox win it in Fenway. Now Clippard's pitch, and it's in there, strike. That's it in the American League. Nobody else is playing. Philadelphia pounded the Mets 13-7. That game featured 4 home runs by each team. Cubs rolled over the Atlanta Braves 8-3. The wind and pitch outside a ball, 1-1. Arizona leading the Dodgers 4-3 in the 5th. Colorado leading San Francisco 2-0 in the 3rd. And here it's 2-1. Tribe on top of the Royals, 7th inning. 2 outs, nobody on for Kansas City. Now the pitch. And it's downstairs, 2-1. The score is brought to you by Ram Trucks. From towing to hauling, work or play, Ram will power you through it. See your Ram dealer or log on to ramtrucks.com. Guts Glory Ram. Clippard into the wind. The one with the goggles delivers, and the pitch swung on and floated into right. Base hit. Cuthbert with an opposite field single, the Royals' 3rd hit. Clippard's a guy that wears glasses, too, in real life. You don't see many guys anymore wearing glasses at his age. In your mid-30s, it's usually contacts or you've had maybe corrective eye surgery. He wears the goggles when he's pitching. Humberto Arteaga, the right-handed hitting shortstop, filling in for the injured Adalberto Mondesi. He has struck out, tapped one out in front of the plate, and was thrown out as he takes a fastball down and away, ball 1. Clippard to look over the shoulder. Not much of a lead for Cuthbert. And the pitch. Outside, it missed with a fastball, 2-0. Arteaga has spent, including this year, 9 years in the minors. Never been much of a hitter. Really good glove man. 9 years in the minors, he hit 18 total home runs and batted .250. The pitch. Ball 3, it's outside, 3-0. Boy, this is a guy you do not want to walk. The guy coming up, Maldonado's got a little pop. This guy doesn't. Three 3-0 the count. Runner at first, 2 down in the Royals' 7th. Indians with a 2-1 lead. Clippard's pitch, bullseye, and they count 3-1. Royals don't hit for power as a team. They have hit the second fewest home runs. Of course, we just saw the Tigers, who have the fewest. The one thing they'll do, though, they run. They lead the American League in steals. Now the 3-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Maldonado had a good rip. Full count. So traveling time for Cuthbert at first. 2 down in the 7th. 2-1 Cleveland. And the payoff pitch to Martin Maldonado. Swung on, grounded to short. Lindor's only play is at first. Inning over. Stretch time at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Cleveland 2, the Indians and the Kansas City Royals go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and reliever Brian Flynn coming out for his 4th inning of relief work. The Indians with a 2-1 lead now. And they'll try to see if they can add to it. Tribe, so far in this long ball game that was delayed by rain for almost 2.5 hours, have mustered 2 runs on 6 hits. The runs coming off the reliever Brian Flynn. Tyler Naquin, left-handed hitter, looks at a called strike. He's batting 8th tonight, 2 groundouts. Nick Whitgren heating up in the Indians bullpen. And Jorge Lopez, a fellow right-hander, ready in the Royals pen. Naquin takes outside a ball, 1-1 the count. Indians baseball brought to you by Everstream, Cleveland's business fiber network. Whether it's Ethernet, high-speed internet, dark fiber, data storage, Everstream with a solution for all your data needs, everstream.net. The next pitch waved at, good breaking ball in the count 1-2.
Attention media, here is tonight's paid attendance. 15,413, 15413.
Now the pitch. Swung on and a looping liner, base hit right center. A good piece of hitting. A slider away. Naquin didn't scald it, but he had good bat control, and hitting it off his front foot was able to keep the hands back and flick it into right center. And the Indians have a leadoff base hit, their 7th. And now Mike Freeman to the plate. We'll see if he's bunting. Brian Dozier, I should say Hunter Dozier, the third baseman's coming in on the grass. He is certainly looking for a bunt. Freeman has 2 sack bunts. Left on left. One would think a bunt is coming, but we shall see. The pitch, he does show bunt, drag bunt to beauty, first base side. Cuthbert, the first baseman, diving tag on Freeman coming down the line. Oh, what a play. That was a great drag bunt by the left-handed hitting Freeman, who wasn't just bunting for a sacrifice, he was bunting for a hit, and Cuthbert had one play, racing toward the line about 7 feet in front of the bag, and did a flying tag in the air to get Freeman, but he got the job done. It'll be a sacrifice that moves a big run out in scoring position. Top of the order, and Frankie Lindor to bat right-handed. And Ned Yost likes Lindor right-handed as compared to left-handed. Lindor batting right-handed is hitting .271. That's 90 points better than when he hits left-handed. This is interesting. The set, the pitch, and it's up high, a ball. Lindor tonight has batted twice left-handed, grounded out and struck out. Batted right-handed once and grounded out. Tribe up 2-1, runner at second, 1 down, 7th inning. The pitch swung on, a little floater into shallow right. Merrifield coming in to grab it, 2 down. Now we'll see the pitching change as Ned Yost makes a Northern Ohio Toyota dealer's pitching change. The Indians have a 2-1 lead, and it'll be a righty-righty matchup as Lopez will be facing Oscar Mercado when we come back. Lopez, as the Indians have a 2-1 lead, they've got a runner in second base with 2 down. And the Indians will see Lopez, who's making his 18th appearance. He's made 10 starts. 1 win, 6 losses, ERA, 6.44. Lopez features a fastball, a sinker, a curve, and a changeup. He can get it up there in the mid-90s. Oscar Mercado, 1 for 3, a single. Tyler Naquin still at second. 2 down in the 7th. And the Indians on top by a score of 2-1. Jorge Lopez, his earned run average as a reliever compared to a starter is 3 runs lower when he relieves. So Mercado takes outside a ball. One would seem to think then that this is his role going forward, but that'll be up to the Royals to decide. But it's been significantly better throughout his career when he's relieved. Lopez checks second, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Arteaga has it. Boy, does he have a cannon, and throws out Mercado. Tyler Clippard went a scoreless inning, allowed a hit, and this number 1 ranked Indians bullpen just keeps throwing up goose eggs. So far tonight, the Indians bullpen has worked 3 shutout innings, Cole, Olson, and Clippard, and now it's up to the 8th inning bridge man, Nick Whitgren. Fastball, curve, and changeup. He'll inherit a 2-1 lead. Whitgren's making his 26th appearance. He is 3-0 with a 2.63 ERA. He does have 1 save. Left-hander Oliver Perez starts throwing in the Indians bullpen just in case. The number 8 hitter Martin Maldonado, 2 groundouts. Visit your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers and get exceptional offers on 2019 models. The first pitch is fouled in the air, first base side, souvenir time. We had a nearly 2.5-hour rain delay tonight that ended the night for both starters, Brad Keller and Adam Pletko. That rain delay took place tonight in the 4th inning, and that's just too long for a starting pitcher to sit and then go back out there. 2.5 hours is beyond what a manager ever wants to have a pitcher sit and then try to go back out. The 0-1. And it's swung on, hammered to deep left center field. This is headed for the wall. And it hits at least 3/4 of the way up the 19-foot wall. And that's a double to left center by Martin Maldonado, his 10th. Well, if it's not a 19-foot wall and it's a normal 8-9-foot wall, this game is tied. Maldonado put a charge into that one. And the Royals now have the tying run in scoring position, and a guy that, goodness gracious, if he was a great bunter, he'd probably hit 250 just bunting once a game. But Billy Hamilton will be up there, and you would think he'd be bunting. He's, again, delivered 3 sack bunts on the year. He's never been a great bunter for base hits, and a guy with maybe more or certainly as much speed as anybody in the game. Just has never been able to use it as much as he probably should because he doesn't make contact enough. Hits too many fly balls. Indians pinch in at the corners looking for the bunt. The set by Whitgren. The pitch to Hamilton. He squares and bunts it back foul. Strike 1. Billy Hamilton, a guy the Indians had interest in at the deadline last summer, but the Reds wouldn't trade him. Then they non-tendered him. And Cincinnati got him nothing for him with a non-tender, and Royals picked him up. Hamilton is prolific base stealer if he could get on first more. 16 steals this year, hitting .227. The pitch, he squares. He takes strike 2. Now he's down in the count 0-2. This is the one thing he does a lot of is strikes out. And this is the spot where he's got to get a ground ball to the right side and move that runner. This guy only hit .245 in his 6 years with the Reds, and they just felt he was starting to make too much money for what he was giving them. They cut him loose. Now the 0-2 pitch. And it's high. Boy, the Indians were still creeping in at the corners thinking a 2-strike bunt. Mike Jerschley coaching down at third for the Royals. Mitch Meyer, a former Royals outfielder, coaching at first for Ned Yost. The Indians are still up at the cut of the grass at the corners. They're not sold on Hamilton swinging away. Now the 1-2 pitch from Whitgren. He takes outside and low, 2-2. Hamilton, a switch hitter, batting left-handed, has flied out, struck out tonight. 2-1 Cleveland. Royals batting eighth inning. Runner at second. Nobody out. 15,413 on hand. That's the paid attendance. A couple of thousand still in the park. Whitgren taking a long look in, so Hamilton backs away. Hamilton was just a tremendous high school football player. Was going to go to Mississippi State University on a football scholarship as a wide receiver. A lot of defensive backs are thankful he decided to play baseball. Now the home plate umpire, Tim Timmons, calls time. He gave up football when the Reds made him a second-round pick 10 years ago out of high school. Whitgren's ready. He fires. Swung on, sliced to left near the line. It gets down foul. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Billy Hamilton had a year in the minor leagues in 2011 when he stole 103 bases. And everybody was like, holy cow. The next year, he stole 155 in the minor leagues. 155 steals in a minor league season. And, of course, those guys play about 18 fewer games than a big league team. Now the set, now the 2-2 delivery. Up high, full count. Well, he couldn't get the bunt down and was down in the count 0-2. And now Billy Hamilton has gotten the count to 3-2. 2-1 Indians, now with a precarious one-run lead. And a runner at second, nobody out in the Royals' eighth inning, and a full count on Hamilton. The payoff, swing and a miss. How about that? So Hamilton doesn't get it done. Big time strikeout. And he doesn't move the runner to third, and that's why you don't win one-run games. Kansas City is going to bring in Terrence Gore to pinch run for Martin Maldonado. Gore's another guy that can flat out fly. Cincinnati used to use Hamilton at the top of the order, and Kansas City now has put him at number 9. And if they had some of their young outfielders ready, you wonder how long Hamilton would be around. Now you've got one of the game's elite hitters at the plate. Whit Merrifield, solo homer to left, single to left, leads the league with 100 base hits. Whitgren's pitch, bullseye, 0-1 the count. A former college star at the University of South Carolina. Merrifield now pretty much a full-time outfielder. The 0-1, little outside, 1-1. Merrifield led the major leagues with 192 hits last year. Well, he's already got 100, and he's tonight playing in his 79th game. Leads the American League in hits. He also had 45 steals a year ago to lead the major leagues. He led the major leagues in hits and in steals. It's only been done 2 other times since World War II. The turn but no throw. In the major leagues since World War II, only Dee Gordon, Ichiro Suzuki, and Whit Merrifield have ever led the major leagues in the same year in base hits and in stolen bases. Terrence Gore, the pinch runner, at second. He can flat out fly. The pitch. Down and away, breaking ball. And the count 2-1. Well, first base is open. You've got a left-hander ready in the bullpen. Boy, this is the one guy right now you don't want to beat you in the Kansas City lineup. Whit Merrifield. Hit his 11th homer to left tonight. Got his 100th hit, a single to left tonight. He bangs one on the ground to third. Ramirez will hold Gore at second, throws out Merrifield. Another big out, 2 down. And now left-handed hitter Nicky Lopez to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight, 2 flyouts and a ground out. But boy, this whole inning changes because Billy Hamilton didn't get the job done. He did not get the runner from second to third when he batted with nobody out. And that just changes everything, including how you pitch to Whit Merrifield and how you line it up defensively. Nicky Lopez 0 for 3. Left-handed hitting second baseman. Two down, tying run at second, 2-1 Cleveland in the 8th. The pitch. Swung on, fouled into the sweets behind the plate, strike 1. Kansas City is 5-15 in games decided by 1 run. 5-15. The Indians are 8-7. And we just saw one reason why, the lack of execution on the part of Billy Hamilton here in the 8th. Now the 0-1, outside and high, 1-1, not trying to bury Billy Hamilton, but he's a veteran. And at this point in his career, that's something he's got to be able to do. He has got to be able to get that guy to third. Lopez with a 1-1 count. Just a tick open at the plate with his stance. The pitch to him. Foul down the left side into the sweets. He had a good cut. But he's down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. So Whitgren gave up that leadoff double. And now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning and maintaining the lead. He's ready. Here it comes. Swung on. Line base hit inside the line and left. Down into foul ground it goes. Freeman's up throwing to the plate. No chance. Game tied as Gore scores. And Lopez takes second. Well, he shot one the other way down the left field line. And it scooted into foul ground by the rolled up tarp. And an RBI double for Nicky Lopez. And we've got a new ball game. Boy, oh boy, is that a pick-me-up for Kansas City. As Nicky Lopez delivers a 2-out RBI double down the left field line to tie this game at 2. And Nick Whitgren will get saddled with a blown save. Now the Indians will intentionally walk Alex Gordon. And now you face a mighty dangerous cleanup hitter in Hunter Dozier, who is having the best year of his career. As Dozier this year has 12 homers, 38 RBIs. He's batting .311. So the Royals have tied it at 2, and they have runners at first and second. 2 down here in the 8th, and the pitch. and it's in there, a called strike. 2-2 ball game here in the 8th. 2 outs, 2 on, and Hunter Dozier, a former first-round pick, trying to deliver after he played his college ball at Stephen F. Austin University. The pitch to him. And it's a little wide, 1-1. Dozier, last year, had 11 home runs. He's already hit 12. Last year, 34 RBIs. He already has 38. And he's bumped his batting average from 229 to 311. So it's taken a while, but he is finally blossoming. He swings and sends a looping fly to right at Naquin. Easy out. But the Royals tie it in the 8th.
Morning 9 to 10
I'm here to stay.
on WTAM 1100.
Well, Cam Gallagher's on to catch, and Jorge Lopez, who got the final out in that 7th inning, will work the 8th. The Indians and Royals now tied at 2. Carlos Santana will bat left-handed. And Santana in tonight's ballgame, 1 for 3. He doubled and scored in the 4th on a Jose Ramirez double. Now the set, now the pitch, and it's outside, ball 1. The Indians' run came in the 6th. Jose Ramirez walked, and Bobby Bradley doubled him home. Those are the Indians' 2 runs in the 4th and 6th innings. Now the set and the 1-0. And it's in there, 1-1. Royals got a solo homer to left by Whit Merrifield in the 4th, and they've tied it here in the 8th on doubles by Martin Maldonado and Nicky Lopez. 2-2 tie in the bottom of the 8th. Now the 1-1 pitch. High heat, 2-1. Brad Hand is going to work the 9th inning. He'll either come in trying to get a save, or he'll come in trying to force the game to extra innings. Or at least give the Indians a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Pitch way outside, 3-1. Two runs, 5 hits for the Royals. 2 runs, 7 hits for the Indians. After almost 2.5 hours of rain, it's turned into a beautiful night. Now the 3-1. A swing and a chopper foul through the first base coaching box. Full count. Now the pitch. Swung on, a bouncer, headed right to the first baseman. Nice easy hop up to Cuthbert, who'll run to the bag himself, 1 down. Now Jason Kipnis, 1 for 3 with a single. KeyBank brings you the keys to the game. KeyBank, the banking home of the Indians. Cover your financial bases with KeyBank. Well, no idea what the key is yet. 2-2 tie. Bottom of the 8th inning. Somebody is going to have a big hit to win it. Now the set, now the pitch. Fouled it back. Kind of a half swing by Kipnis. Got kind of caught in between there. And the count 0-1. Kipnis has been so good throughout his career in these late inning moments like this. Lopez is ready, and the 0-1. Swung on, fouled into the third base seats, 0-2. Lopez That very slight delivery is swung on, fouled at the plate, and they got a piece of Kipnis. And the count stays 0-2. Kipnis slowly walking around the home plate area. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 8th inning. Now the set. Now the pitch. High heat, full count. The next delivery, way high on outside, 2-2. Now the Tampa Bay Rays getting more bad news. Their ace, Tyler Glasnow, has suffered a setback. He has had forearm injury, and they're now saying it might be August best case scenario when he can come back. Makes you wonder if they'll look to make a move. That pitch, low and away, full count. Tampa Bay's got the great bullpen, but they need some starting pitching. And without Glasnow, maybe now August or later. We'll see how active Tampa Bay is. Here's the payoff to Kipnis. Swung and banged into the hole and into left center, a base hit. And another good piece of hitting by Kipnis, shooting one the other way. He has another 2-hit game. And the go-ahead run at first, one out in the 8th with the Indians. And the Royals tied at 2. And here's Jose Ramirez, who's had one of his better games of the year. He's driven the ball from both sides of the plate tonight. A double from each side of the plate and a walk. Scored a run, driven in a run. He'll bat left-handed against Jorge Lopez. Game tied at 2. Now the pitch. Up and in. Turns him out of the way. Ball 1. Jorge Lopez is out of Puerto Rico. Second-round pick by Milwaukee. And he was part of the package the Royals got for Mike Moustakas last summer. That pitch down and in. Backhanded pick by Gallagher. And the count 2-0. Brett Phillips was the other part of that package, the young outfielder, but just not able to hit on the big league level. Really can run and play center field. And now Lopez, the other part of that Mike Moustakas package, and Moustakas having a big year in Milwaukee. The 2-0, and it's a bit high, 3-0. Well, you know the story here. Every Indians hitter has the green light, 3-0. As Tito believes in being proactive, he believes in being aggressive. And let's see what Jose Ramirez gets here. Lopez's pitch. Fastball high, he walked him. So, what a night for Ramirez, not because of the 2 doubles and the 2 walks, but his approach. He's just seemed more balanced, and then more importantly, especially from the left side here, in a game potential winning situation, he didn't chase. And he's been getting himself out a lot, especially left-handed, by chasing, and then pitchers feed on that. And that's a tremendous at-bat right there for Jose Ramirez. As now the Royals, Cal Eldred, the pitching coach, will head to the mound because this is game time right now. 8th inning. Kipnis at second. Ramirez at first. 1 out. 8th inning. Game tied at 2. Cal Eldred, he and Ned Yost were teammates in Milwaukee. In fact, Cal Eldred would obviously have Ned Yost at times as his catcher. Eldred was a star, and there aren't many of them that come out of the University of Iowa when you talk about baseball. Iowa's put a lot of people down through the years in the NBA and the NFL, but he was a big-time pitcher at Iowa and a former first-round pick by Milwaukee as he heads back to the first base dugout. So here we go. Kipnis at second, Ramirez at first. One out in the Indians' eighth. And Bobby Bradley, the rookie batter. RBI double in the sixth inning to right center to give the Indians the lead. He swings and sends one foul into the third base seats, strike one. Boy, he didn't get cheated. Bradley tonight, 1 for 2 with the RBI double and a walk. Remember, in AAA, he had an OPS of 997. You get above 800 and you're outstanding. 997, you're on another planet. The set by Lopez. The look back, the pitch. A swing and a miss. Got him to chase the off speed in the dirt. And the count 0-2. Well, and again, this is second major league game for Bobby Bradley. First time in the major leagues, he's got a chance to really win a ball game in the late innings. Gave them the lead in the sixth. Now in the eighth, 2 men on. The set. The 2-strike pitch from Lopez. Down low, he didn't chase that curveball. He's got swing and miss, but name a hitter anymore that doesn't. You'll live with swing and miss if you're hitting 290 with 24 bombs. 1-2 the count on Bradley. Lopez is ready. Here it comes. Down and in. And the count 2-2. Now, no matter how good you're going in AAA, you can't simulate this scenario in the International League. Major League game on the line, eighth inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little bouncing ball, foul first base side. He fought off a pretty good breaking ball that was down, and Bradley stays alive at 2-2 with 2 on, 1 out, and a 2-2 tie in the eighth. Bradley takes that deep breath, crosses himself, takes a practice swing, and now climbs back into the batter's box. Lopez is ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got him with a good curveball. So that's pretty good darn pitching there by Jorge Lopez. That strikeout, his first, second out in the eighth. And catcher Roberto Perez 0 for 3 to the plate. 2 out, 2 on. 2-2 tie in the eighth. Boy, the Indians tonight have had a tough time when it counts. 1 for 11 with men in scoring position. Runner in scoring position right now is Kipnis at second. The other runner at first, Ramirez, that is not scoring position. Second and third are. The set by Lopez. The pitch. Down low, he wouldn't chase the breaking ball. Ball 1. The next offering, knee buckling curveball. Perez had given up on it, flinched. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a beauty. Two tie. Indians at first and second. 2 down. Inning number 8. The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Boy, he has got a great curveball tonight. And here in crunch time, Jorge Lopez keeps going to that curveball time and time again, whether you're left-handed or whether you're right-handed. And that's been his go-to pitch with the game on the line. Now the 1-2 delivery. Curveball dipped low, ball 2-2-2. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, 2-2 tie, 8th inning. Outfield playing Roberto Perez way around the other way toward right. The pitch to him. Curve in the dirt. Another good block by Gallagher, and it's just one curveball after the other now. And a full count. So Kipnis at second and Ramirez at first will be off with this pitch. Jorge Lopez has made 30 pitches, 16 curveballs. He's ready. The payoff. Curveball got him swinging. He just stuck with it, and he kept snapping off beauties. We go to
News Radio on Twitter
It's where it's at.
at WTAM 1100.
Well, staying out there's Nick Whitgren. Brad Hand is not going to come into a tie ball game. It's the 9th inning, and this ball game is tied at 2. And it'll be Jorge Soler, the number 5 hitter, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, right-handed hitting DH. Whitgren's pitch is swung on, popped him up. Shallow right field, Bradley out, Naquin in, Naquin near the line, and that's out number 1. Whitgren gave up the tying run in the 8th on the Nicky Lopez 2-out double. Now Chesler Cuthbert 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Royals. 2 runs, 8 hits for the Indians. Plus, we had a 2-hour, 23-minute rain delay. The set and pitch. Bullseye, 0-1 the count. Royals don't really have a bona fide closer. Here is the next pitch, and it misses ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. They have got Ian Kennedy, a right-hander, who's done a lot of their closing. And Jake Diekman, the left-hander, warming. There's a curveball strike. And the count goes to 1-2. But it's not like they have Brad Hand at the back end of their bullpen. Kennedy's done a nice job, former starter. Now the 1-2. Just missed low, 2-2. Two tie. We're in the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Bullseye. Strike 3 called. Cuthbert asking home plate umpire Tim Timmons, how can a fastball that catches most of the plate be a strike? Tim Timmons alerts him to the fact it's always been that way. 2 down. Humberto Arteaga, the batter, with an 0 for 3 night. We have seen more hitters lately, ball down and away, take fastballs for strike 3. And our late great colleague Mike Egan, who played a dozen years in the big leagues, the 1-0 pitch, taking outside 2-0. Used to have that simple theory as a hitter. It worked a long time for him, and it's worked a long time throughout the game. 2 strikes, you look fastball away, and you react to everything else. That pitch outside 3-0. You start guessing location or guessing off speed with 2 strikes, you're done. 3-0 the count now on Arteaga. The pitch to him. There's a strike on a heater. 3-1 the count. Whitgren now 30 pitches here in a 2-inning stint. Now the set, the 3-1. Swing and a foul tip. They got a piece of Perez. Full count. And the home plate Tim Timmons is waving for the Indians trainer. And here comes Jeff Desjardins, followed by the manager, Terry Francona. Boy, Timmons waved immediately to the Indians' dugout as Perez took another shot. Game tied at 2. 9th inning. Nobody on for the Royals with 2 men out. Perez took that right off the mask. And it looks like he's still good to go. Humberto Arteaga. Full count now, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 tie in the 9th. Royals, despite having a tough year, trying to go 4-0 against the Indians this year. The payoff, swung on, bounced on the right side, sliding to his left. Kipnis, the second baseman, has it, throws out Arteaga.
In FM.
Well, the Royals will go to the left-hander, Jake Diekman, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And the Indians looking for their 5th walk-off win of the year. Game tied at 2. Diekman making his 37th appearance. He's 0-5 with a 5.23 ERA. Now, he's got good stuff. Bottom line is he has struck out 47 in 31 innings. And the opposition's only hitting 196 off of him. He has a 5.23 ERA. Now, he has had one issue. That's been walks. 18 walks in 31 innings. That's a boatload. So he'll face left-handers to start the inning. 8 and 9, Tyler Naquin and Mike Freeman. Naquin tonight, 1 for 3 with a single. Game tied up at 2. Jorge Lopez, what a job he did to get out of that 8th inning. He blanked the Indians in an inning and a third. He allowed a hit, struck out 2, walked 1. Diekman, mid-90s, sinking fastball slider change. And the pitch waved at 96 miles an hour for strike 1. And he kept it in on the hands of Naquin. This guy's always had great stuff. Boy, he had some dominant years with Texas. Now the set, now the pitch. And it just missed outside, 1-1. Brad Hand back throwing for the Indians. Second time he's been up today. Diekman lets it fly. Naquin waved at it. Good slider away. Ball 1, strike 2. Now the set, and Diekman's pitch. Swung on, hit a ton. Deep right center. Back is Merrifield, makes the catch, and that is out number 1. Might have gotten that off the end of the bat a little bit. And now Mike Freeman, the batter. 2 strikeouts and a sac bunt. Yep, we'll have a pinch hitter, Jordan Luplow.
Jordan Luplow to pitch hit for Cleveland. Luplow pinch hitting.
Freeman was playing because Jake Bowers was a late scratch, spraining his ankle, shagging. So Jordan Luplow, who has been so good against the left-handed pitching this year will get a chance once again. Luplow against lefties is batting .307, 8 of his 9 homers against left-handed pitching. 1 down, 2-2 in the ninth. The pitch. Luplow takes a backdoor slider outside for ball 1. Luplow 2 for 10 as a pinch hitter. Diekman's ready, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Boy, had a cut. 1-1 the count. The Indians' 4 walk-off wins this year. 2 have been by home runs. Carlos Santana walked off the Indians in a win over Toronto on April 5th, 9th inning game winner. And on May 8th, Jose Ramirez had a walk-off 2-out, 2-run homer to beat the White Sox. The pitch, Luplow takes a low slider, 2-1. The other walk-off wins, Tyler Naquin got a pinch hit game-winning single to beat Seattle in May. And earlier this month, almost 2 weeks ago against the Reds, Oscar Mercado got the walk-off game-winning single in the 10th. Now the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, 3-1. That was 97 miles an hour from Diekman, who's a Kansas native. Diekman, originally a Philly. He's ready. Now the 3-1 pitch. Inside and low, he walked him. So Luplow's aboard with a 1-out walk here in the ninth. He's the winning run. Indians and Royals tied at 2. Runner at first, 1 out, 9th inning. Frankie Lindor looking for his first walk-off game-winning hit of the year. He's 0 for 4 tonight. He's been scuffling here as of late. Francisco Lindor. With him, though, it's only a matter of time. He'll bat right-handed. 2 down. I beg your pardon, 1 down. Winning run at first here in the ninth. Not much of a lead for Luplow. Diekman's pitch. Swung on a high bouncer to third. Dozier has to wait for it to come down. Has no throw. That was like a pop-up. Dozier had to wait so long for the high chopper off home plate to come down. And it goes as an infield hit to third. And the winning run, Luplow's at second. And so the Indians have runners at first and second. And Oscar Mercado trying to get his second walk-off game-winning hit of the month. 2-2 tie. The winning run's at second. Jordan Luplow. Frankie Lindor's run at first means nothing. Indians trying to win their 4th in a row and get to a season high 8 games above 500 and claw to within 7.5 games of idle first place Minnesota. The pitch, check swing. Did he go around? Appeal at first? He did not. Ball 1. Outfield shading Mercado the other way toward right. Boy, Kansas City has been in so many of these games on the losing end. Indians trying to extend that misery. The pitch. Swung on a high bouncer to short. Charged by Arteaga. Second with a throw just in time to get Lindor, but he is staying put. The Indians may have this call reviewed. Another high chopper, and that gives guys that can run a chance. There was not going to be a play on Mercado at first, and Lindor can run as well. And at second base, looked like the throw got him, and it did. So the Indians decide not to challenge. So what you've got now is the winning run at third in Jordan Luplow. You've got Oscar Mercado with the fielder's choice at first, and pitching coach Cal Eldred to the mound. Carlos Santana's the batter. Now, you've got a base open. It's a 2-2 tie here in the ninth. Normally, in this scenario, you would say, even though it's second base that's open, put Santana on and pitch to Kipnis. But then the problem is the fact that Diekman tonight walked his 19th batter of the season in 31 innings. So that is where it really puts the Royals in a bind. Ideally, you don't pitch to this guy if you're Kansas City. Santana having an all-star season, 1 for 4 with a double. But if you put him on, even though it's left on left with Jason Kipnis next, Diekman may walk in the winning run. So here we go. Mercado at first. You would not think he'd be running the pitch. And it's a little low, ball one. Mercado is not being held. The Royals are saying go ahead and run. No reason to. His run means nothing. Luplow is the runner at third. That's the run that counts in a 2-2 tie. Bottom of the ninth, 2 out. Diekman's ready. And the 1-0 pitch. Down and in. Oh, he almost threw it to the backstop. What a block by Gallagher. Well, you wonder after that pitch if you just put him on, but that's the old adage. You go out there to the pitcher and you say, hey, whatever you do, don't give him anything to hit. Make him swing at something bad. Then you're walking off the diamond. Well, it was bad, coach. Went all the way to the backstop. He didn't swing at it. Now the set, now the 2-0 pitch. Just did catch the corner, maybe at the letters for a strike. Borderline. 2-1 the count on Santana. He's getting a lot of backdoor sliders here from Jake Diekman. 2-2 tie, ninth inning, 2 outs, Indians at the corners. The 2-1 delivery. Way outside, ball 3, 3-1. Well, he may not see a fastball in this at bat. Jason Kipnis due next if Santana gets aboard. The set and the 3-1. Swung on a high chopper to short. Cutting in front, the third baseman, Dozier, gloves, throws, got him. What a play by Dozier. Do or die, swiping at that ball on the charge, cutting in front of the shortstop. If Dozier doesn't make that play, the game is over. Instead, the 10th inning's coming up.
On News Radio WTAM 1100.
Well, the Indians bring on their closer, Brad Hand. Game is all tied up at 2-2 as we go to the 10th. In extra innings, the Indians have gone 1-3. The Royals 2-5. Brad Hand, sinker, four-seamer, slider. Cam Gallagher first at bat, the catcher. Looks at a backdoor slider for a strike. Still a perfect 22 for 22 in save scenarios for Brad Hand. 3 wins, 2 losses, a 1.08 ERA, 49 strikeouts in 33 innings. He's only given up 1 home run. The set and the pitch. Gallagher with another backdoor slider for strike 2. The 9-inning totals: Kansas City 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left. Cleveland 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 10 men stranded. The Indians 1 for 14 with men in scoring position. The pitch. And it's a check swing. He went around, another slider, and Gallagher's quickly disposed of. Nick Whitgren went 2 innings tonight, gave up a run on 2 hits, had a walk and a strikeout. What else is new? The Indians' bullpen has been terrific. They're number one in Major League Baseball for a reason. Seems like every night they get the job done. So far tonight, the Indians' bullpen's gone 5 innings and given up 1 run. Now the set and the pitch to the number 9 hitter, Billy Hamilton. He'll bat right-handed, taking low ball 1. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Hamilton bats 181 right-handed. Indians pinch in at the corners. The pitch, he checked, and did he go around? Nope. Close. 2-0 the count. Hamilton can drop a bunt down and beat it out anytime, even if you're looking for it. That's how well he runs. Brad Hand is ready. Here it comes. Swing and a foul upstairs. And the count 2-1.
43 Peralta warming for Kansas City.
Willie Peralta warming now in the Kansas City bullpen.
Kennedy also.
Ian Kennedy's also out there throwing. The pitch. Swung on, grounded foul outside of third. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 tie in inning number 10. We had a 2-hour, 23-minute rain delay, and naturally you would play extra innings after that. Now the 2-2. Swung on a little flare on the infield, caught it first by Santana. Billy Hamilton's out number 1. Beg your pardon, out number 2. Top of the order in Whit Merrifield, 2 for 4. Solo homer to left and a single. If you're just joining us, the Indians fell behind when Whit Merrifield blasted one to left in the 4th. But then the rains came in the bottom of the 4th, and we had a 2-hour, 23-minute rain delay. Indians tied it when play resumed on doubles in the 4th by Carlos Santana and Jose Ramirez. The pitch, and it missed low ball 1 to Merrifield. Indians would take the lead in the 6th on a 2-out RBI double by Bobby Bradley. And then Kansas City tied it in the 8th on a 2-out RBI double by Nicky Lopez. And we're in the 10th, tied at 2. The pitch, swung on, skied in the air to medium deep right center. Naquin, the right fielder, pulls it down. The Indians will try to walk it off in
the Indians on now. Have me on tomorrow morning from 9 to 10
on WTAM 1100.
The Indians will face the right-hander, Willie Peralta. Hard thrower in the mid-90s. Good sink on his fast curve slider change. Game tied at 2 as we're in the bottom of the 10th. And Peralta is making appearance number 34. 2 wins, 3 losses, a save. ERA 4.64. Jason Kipnis, Jose Ramirez, Bobby Bradley. It's the middle of Terry Francona's lineup. Jake Diekman went a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, walked a batter. 2-2 tie, bottom of the 10th. Kipnis tonight, 2 for 4, couple of singles. No shift for Kipnis. The Royals infielders will play it normal, 2 on each side of second. The outfield almost straight away. And Kipnis takes off speed outside a ball. Willie Peralta spent 9 years in the minor leagues. A lot of that time with the Milwaukee organization. He fires. Kipnis with a drive to deep right. There she goes. Ball game. Jason Kipnis with a walk-off home run to right. The Indians have their 5th walk-off win. Their 3rd via the home run. And once again, Jason Kipnis delivers late in a ball game. He's getting drenched. Now he's getting pummeled, and he's loving every minute of it at home plate. In 10 innings, Jason Kipnis with a walk-off homer to right, and the Indians are a winner by a final score of 3-2. They beat the Royals to win their 4th in a row.
Whether you're looking to buy, lease, or rent equipment, Ohio Cat and the Cat Rental Store have the right solution. Right now at Ohio Cat, you can lease a new Cat compact track loader for as low as $3.99 a month. Just need to rent some equipment? Reach out to the Cat Rental Store. From excavators to boom lifts, they have it all. For more information, call Ohio Cat at 440-526-6200 or visit ohiocat.com. Terms and conditions apply. That's 440-526-6200 or ohiocat.com. And go Indians!
On the baseball field, I'm feeling a little out of my league. But in the courtroom, we can take on any opponent. We have the experience and resources to provide you with a home field advantage. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Elk & Elk, proud partner of the Cleveland Indians.
There's no house like our house on a summer night.
Oh, what a play by the kid!
Because in this house, the game is always on.
Bring the whole family to a Tribe game with KeyBank Kids tickets. They're just $15 with the purchase of an adult ticket at Indians.com.
Swung on, hit high, hit deep to left, swing and a miss.
Spinning, throwing.
Got him! Hit for slide, ball game, Indians win it.
I'm Corey Kluber, and you're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Indians Radio Network.
Hear that? That's the sweet sound of Minute Maid slushies at McDonald's, turning up your summer. Every sip, slurp, and brought to you by 3 refreshingly chill flavors like blue raspberry, fruit punch, and new sweet peach. Only at McDonald's and only for summer. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Minute Maid is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Cleveland's News Radio on Twitter.
It's where it's at.
At WTAM 1100.
Well, Jason Kipnis, for the 3rd time in his major league career, has had a walk-off game-winning home run here in downtown Cleveland. He hits a blast to right field to win it here tonight. He has had 6 career walk-off game-winning hits, and tonight the 3rd time he's done it with a home run. And the Indians, after a long rain delay and a long ball game, have won their 4th in a row and are season high 8 games above 500. Final numbers tonight in 10 innings. For the Indians, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 10 left. For Kansas City, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 5 men left. In relief, Brad Hand is your winner. He's now 4-2. Willie Peralta taking the loss in relief. He is now 2-4. Time of the game was 3 hours and 5 minutes. We also had a 2-hour and 23-minute rain delay. The attendance tonight was 15,413. With this win, the Indians continue their march towards trying to catch Minnesota. They're a season best 8 games above 500, and they now lead the American League in the month of June with a record of 15-6. Overall, the Indians 43-35, and Kansas City will fall to 27-52. Now stay tuned. It's the Indians wrap-up show, and it comes your way next here on the Cleveland